All right, so welcome to another deep dive.
Excited to be here.
Today we're looking at something you might not think about every day.
Okay.
How much energy does your Tesla Model 3 use when it's just parked, like just sitting there?
Interesting.
And we've got a document called Considerazioni
Okay.
that kind of lays out the basics, and then we've got this really fascinating real-world test
Right.
from a YouTube channel called Elettronauti.
Oh, cool.
Have you seen that channel?
I have, yeah.
The findings were pretty eye-opening.
Okay.
We're talking potentially a 9% battery drain in just 24 hours,
Wow.
which is like paying a hidden superballer, right?
Yeah, kind of like a hidden tax just for having the car.
Just for owning the car.
Yeah.
Even when you're not driving it?
Makes you wonder what's going on under the hood
Exactly.
when it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's easy to assume that once an electric car is parked,
Right.
it's basically off
It's sweet.
asleep, but
Yeah.
the reality is a bit more complex.
Okay.
So the Considerazioni document
Mm-hmm.
starts by explaining that your Model 3
Okay.
is kind of like your phone.
Oh,
Even when the screen's off, it's still running things
right.
in the background.
Background processes.
Some of that's obvious,
Sure.
like keeping the clock going.
Right. Right.
But there's also like software updates, staying connected to the internet.
Yeah.
All that uses a bit of juice.
That makes sense. You don't think about it, but it's always doing something.
Yeah, and that's just the baseline.
Right.
And then you've got things like Sentry Mode,
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
which is that feature
Right.
that uses the car's cameras to kind of keep an eye on things
Right.
while you're away.
Like a security guard.
Yeah, it's like a security guard for your car, but
It can be a real energy hog.
yeah, it can be a real energy hog,
Yeah.
which makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Constantly running cameras and processing that video
Right.
takes power.
Yeah, it's got to come from somewhere.
The document also mentions climate control,
Oh, of course.
especially if you're trying to keep the car cool in the summer
Right.
or warm in the winter.
Yeah.
And then there's just natural wear and tear on the battery.
Mm-hmm.
The older it gets,
Sure.
the less efficient it becomes.
Right. Just like any battery.
Now, the document does say
Okay.
that this standby consumption
Mm-hmm.
is usually pretty low,
Okay.
especially if you're careful about things like Sentry Mode
Mhm.
and climate control.
Right.
But then we come to the YouTube video
Okay.
where things get really interesting.
I'm intrigued.
So the host of the channel, Ginger,
Yeah.
he's a real EV enthusiast.
Okay.
He likes to do these like deep dive tests,
Mm-hmm.
and he took 2 Model 3s
Okay.
and ran a 24-hour test on each one.
Interesting.
So for the first test, he went to great lengths
Okay.
to make sure everything was truly off.
Wow.
And we're talking everything.
Okay.
He even took out the USB drive.
Wow. That's dedication.
I know, right?
Going the extra mile.
He wanted to eliminate any extra variables
Right.
and get that truly accurate baseline measurement.
Yeah.
And even with all that,
Hmm.
the car still lost 1% of its battery in a day.
Interesting.
Now, Ginger was surprised by this
Okay.
because other EVs he's tested
Okay.
haven't done them.
So they hold their charge better.
Yeah, and some have even gained a little bit of charge while parked,
That's surprising.
which is probably due to something called battery balancing,
Oh, right.
which is kind of like
Yeah.
making sure all the tires on your car
Okay.
are inflated to the same pressure.
Makes sense.
It kind of helps keep everything running smoothly
Right.
and extends the lifespan of the battery pack.
Okay.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
The second test.
All right.
This time, Ginger turned on Sentry Mode,
Oh. Okay.
and the car lost a whopping 9% of its battery
Wow.
in just 24 hours.
That's significant.
It's a pretty big jump. It is. Yeah, he was pretty bummed about that result.
I bet.
He even calculated that
Okay.
if this happened every day,
Right.
it could cost someone like 1,300 euros a year
Wow.
just in standby consumption.
That's a hidden cost you wouldn't expect.
That's a pretty significant hidden cost.
It is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've got this document
Mhm.
saying standby consumption should be minimal,
Okay.
but then we've got this real world test
Right.
showing it could be this big drain.
Yeah.
How do we reconcile that?
Well, there could be a few things at play.
Okay.
First, the testing conditions might have been different.
Okay, like what?
Temperature, the
Yeah.
age of the battery,
Okay.
even the software version the car was running.
Uh-huh.
All those things can have an impact.
Right. And Ginger mentioned something else.
Okay.
He said he wasn't convinced that the Tesla app
Okay.
was reporting energy consumption accurately.
Interesting.
And he also noticed
Right.
that it didn't seem to matter how many events
Right.
Sentry Mode recorded.
Mm-hmm.
The energy drain was pretty much the same.
Huh. So it's always on in a sense.
So it suggests there's more going on here than meets the eye.
It does.
And it brings up a really interesting point about
Yeah.
the trade-offs we make with technology, right?
Exactly.
You want the peace of mind
Right.
of having Sentry Mode, protect your car,
Sure.
but you also want to be mindful
Yeah.
of how much energy it's using.
Right.
It's a delicate balance.
It is. Yeah, it makes you wonder if there are things that like Tesla could do
Right.
to make features like Sentry Mode more efficient, like maybe a scheduling option or something.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So it's only active at certain times or,
Right.
certain locations.
Or maybe they could find
Yeah.
ways to like optimize the software so it's not
Yeah.
constantly drawing as much power.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're working on things like that as we scoot.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I-
As EVs become more mainstream. Right.
Energy efficiency is only going to become more and more important.
Absolutely. No one wants to be tethered to a charger all the time.
Exactly.
Speaking of charging, Jinja did point out one thing that was kind of ironic.
Yeah.
He said even though there's no like super bollo tax on electric vehicles in Italy,
Right.
the standby consumption could actually end up being
Right.
a significant hidden cost for owners.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like you're still paying for fuel even when you're not driving.
It's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah.
It really challenges the notion that electric cars are automatically cheaper to operate.
Right.
It's all about the bigger picture,
Yeah.
considering not just the cost of electricity, but
Right.
battery degradation and these unexpected energy drains.
So it seems like there's a lot more to consider
Definitely.
than just the snicker price when you're thinking about buying an EV.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a complex decision with a lot of variables.
It is, but that's what makes it so interesting, right?
We're all learning as we go.
Yeah.
And these kinds of deep dives really help us
Sure.
uncover the nuances and make more informed choices.
Oh, before we move on, I
Yeah.
wanted to circle back to something else Ginger mentioned.
Okay.
He wasn't able to test the cabin overheat protection feature
Right.
because the car wasn't officially delivered yet.
Okay.
Do you think that could be another significant energy drain?
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
That feature is designed to keep the interior of the car from getting too hot, especially in warm climates, by actively cooling it down,
Yeah.
which of course takes energy.
Yeah. So it's like another piece of the puzzle that
Yeah.
they're missing.
Yeah.
We know Sentry Mode can have a big impact,
Right.
but there could be other factors
Absolutely.
contributing to the standby consumption as well.
It's a reminder that
Yeah.
our understanding of EV energy consumption
Yeah.
is still evolving.
Right.
There's a lot more research to be done.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll continue to uncover new insights as time goes on.
This is why I love doing these deep dives.
Me too.
There's always something new to learn.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's try to bring this all together for our listener.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways from all of this?
Well, I think the first takeaway is that
Huh.
electric cars aren't completely off when they're parked.
Right.
They're still using energy for these various background processes,
Right.
and those can add up over time.
And it seems like Sentry Mode, while it's a useful feature,
Yeah.
is a major culprit when it comes to battery drain.
It does seem that way from the data we've seen.
Mhm.
And, while the document we looked at
Right.
suggested that standby consumption is generally manageable,
Right.
Ginger's real-world testing shows that it can be significant,
Yeah.
especially with certain features enabled.
So the takeaway for our listener is
Yeah.
be aware of these energy drains.
Be mindful.
Make informed choices about which features to use and when. It's about striking that balance, right?
That is.
Between convenience, security, and energy efficiency.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And this leads us to a thought-provoking question
Of
for our
course.
listener to consider. So knowing what we know now about these potential hidden costs
Right.
of owning an EV,
Mm-hmm.
like this energy that it uses even when parked,
Yeah.
does it change how you see the benefits?
Right. Is it really as simple as just like
Right.
saving money on gas?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
And one that I think each potential EV owner will have to grapple with.
Yeah.
There's no easy answer.
Yeah.
It really is about looking at that whole picture.
Yeah. I think we tend to focus on the excitement of new technology,
Right.
but it's important to kind of weigh the pros and cons.
It is.
What makes sense for one person might not for another.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It comes down to individual needs and driving habits.
Exactly.
For someone who only drives short distances
Right.
and parks in a secure garage,
Yeah.
standby drain might not be a big deal.
Right.
But for someone who relies on long-range driving,
Yeah.
and frequently parks in areas where they need that extra security of Sentry mode,
Right.
it becomes a much more significant factor in the equation.
It does.
So for our listener out there,
Yeah.
we encourage you to do your research.
Absolutely.
Look into the different EV models.
Yep. Yeah.
See what features are important to you. Think about how your driving habits and your parking situation might impact your energy usage.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to dive into the details.
Right.
The more you understand how these cars work, the better equipped you'll be to make a decision that aligns with your needs and priorities.
We've only scratched the surface today.
We have.
But hopefully this deep dive has given you a new perspective on EV ownership.
I hope so.
You know, it's not just about going green.
Right.
It's about understanding the technology and making informed choices.
Absolutely. Well said.
Yeah. As the EV landscape continues to evolve, it's going to be really fascinating to see what new innovations emerge.
It is.
In terms of energy efficiency and battery technology.
Absolutely.
Who knows? Maybe someday we'll have electric cars that can actually gain charge.
Right.
While they're parked, like Junior saw with those other models.
Isn't that something?
That would certainly change the game. Imagine harnessing renewable energy sources like solar power to top up your battery while you're at work or running errands.
Yeah, the possibilities are exciting.
But until then, it's up to us to be mindful of our energy usage.
Right.
And explore all the options available to us.
I agree.
Knowledge is power.
It is.
The more we learn, the better decisions we can make.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, that brings us to the end of another deep dive.
Another one down.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And remember, keep those minds charged.
And those wheels turning.
We'll see you next time.